Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Alice in Wonderland for the Game Boy Color. And in the last video, we managed to get all 4 of the badges that will allow us to enter the castle in order to find our way back home. However, there's still more to do. I went back to the path leading to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, where you get chased around by the Mad Hatter and the Marsh Hare. Yes, I finally found out who it was that I was referring to in the last video. And I got 100 stars again. And the reason for this is I want to do another race with the rabbit because there's more races and more secret areas. So for this particular path, you want to go to the right, then you want to go to the right again, and then you want to take the middle, and there you go. And now it's time to go to another secret place. I just need to go to the dog again. And yeah, you can jump on enemies in the overworld, but it takes a little bit of timing. Yes, we know, you beat the rabbit in a race, and just for that we're in a secret place. And we know how this goes. So for this particular secret place, we need to go all the way up here. And I need to get up there once the platform reaches its highest point. From here, I need to make my way up. And from here, we need to go all the way to the right. We will need the platforms again soon enough. And by soon enough, I mean right now, because we got to be small for the rest of this. So let us ride the platforms all the way back. And then we need to drop down here. I'm surprised we did not break our legs doing that. Now, I need the key to go all the way down there. But if I take a certain path, I won't have to. So for this particular path right here, you need to stand in these little areas. And you need to be very careful how you approach these areas, because it is very easy to fall off and do a bunch of all that jumping over. I made that look a lot easier than it actually is. And we need to drop down from here. And I need to keep heading to the right, but I should have went all the way to the right there. I need to keep holding right every time I drop down. Otherwise, I'm going to be in for a bad time. Now, can I get up there? Yes, I can. I can actually do it in this state. Had I went further to the right, like I should have, I would have made it to the exit. But 1, I wouldn't have gotten all the stars, and 2, I wouldn't have been able to go back. So you have that to deal with as well. Also, when you try to get on these platforms, don't jump towards them. Run off the edge. Like, actually hold B and move towards the platforms. It's the only way you're going to get on these things. Okay. 2 and 3. All right. And by taking the right path, you can get the mushroom that makes you big again. And you can get over here for a teapot. Well, it's a good thing I did that, because now I need to head back to the path leading back to the tea party and just keep going back and forth for all of the stars here so I can get to 99 fairly quickly. And when I do that, we'll be able to do another rabbit race. And another rabbit race leads to another secret place. So without further ado, be right back. Welcome back. I have gotten 100 stars again, and it's time for one more secret place. As far as I know, this one is the last. Also, there is a lot of flickering right there. You can tell they went rather ambitious with this game. Alright. Now, for the 3 paths, we need to go right, left or middle, and then we can go left or middle. That's pretty much it. Again, as long as you're fast, you can do this. Now we need to go meet with the brush dog again. So let's do just that. I still find jumping a little problematic in this game. Oh well. Anyway, we're gonna go to our 5th and last secret place, I think. Or is it the 4th? I think it's the 4th. I've already lost track. But regardless of what number it is, it's the last one. And this one looks just like the first one. So here we are. We're going to be jumping off of these little duck-like things with the horns. I guess that's what they are. And we need to make our way further down. Now, there are paths that you can take. Ow. And enemies you can meet, such as the vulture umbrellas, I guess. And you can tell we automatically went the wrong way. I shouldn't have landed there, but I will take care of the enemies here. I will get whatever else I can lay my hands on as we go through here. Yeah, that is one very menacing umbrella. We do want to go over here, though, because that lets us shrink. And by being able to shrink, we can go over here and get the teapot. But we still need to be big. Well, we don't necessarily need to be big, but we still need to be on the right path if we want to get the key. This is a lot easier if you're big, because you don't have to wait for the platform above. Believe it or not. Okay. I believe this is where you need to go for the key. And I don't necessarily need all of the stars here, because I'm not going to need them all. I can just keep going in this direction while still small, and I can just do that. I can just open the door with the teapot collected, and there we are. So now that that's taken care of, I need to figure out how to play this little area. Because as soon as we go here, there's not going to be any going back. So, let me go ahead and play through this area and make sure that this is the last place that I need to go to. And I will see you then. Welcome back! I have found everything that I needed to find up until this point. It turns out I have 7 teapots, as far as I know. Maybe. I thought I had 8. But it seems I have 7. And the 8th one will be in here. So, let's go through this little gate, and we will be in this little maze. And you actually have to go in this direction. Yeah, you can't go past them. There's a guy painting all the white roses red, and, well, you're going to have to help him. The roses are all white, you see, and it is red that they must be. The queen will be here in no time. Will you help me? Oh dear, then let me help you paint the roses red. I find it interesting that Alice is just going with everything. At least she's nice about it. Anyway, first things first. 1, you can actually jump on enemies in the overworld, but it's probably for the best that I didn't do it, because it's absolutely hit or miss. 2, when you see an X near a tree full of roses, why are they on a tree? You need to press A in front of the tree when you're standing on the X to paint the roses. Don't go all the way to the upper right-hand corner, by the way, because there's a tree that will eat you. And that's no fun for anyone. And I thought that was not a wall. That was indeed a wall. You also have a timer counting down from 99 in the lower right-hand corner. And you need to paint all 4 rose trees before that timer reaches 0, or else you're going to have to do this all over again. Hello, dear. I am the Queen of Hearts. Do you play croquet? Then let the game begin! Wow, you're not even going to let us answer. Okay. So, we have 3 rounds of this with 3 games each. So, now it's your turn. Yes, Your Majesty. So, you want to press A when the arrow is straight. And you want to make sure you go under all of the guys who are bent back in an arch. or else it's off with your head. How dare you, you little pest! Get used to seeing that screen a lot. Now, round 1 is fairly simple. You don't have to worry about the game pulling a trick on you or anything. You can just press A as soon as the arrow is pointing straight up, and you will sink the shot. Also, it should be noticed that you have a bit of delay from when it's your turn compared to when you can actually do a thing. Because the bird that is being used as the croquet mallet flaps its wings before you can finally get into position. And that can make things a little harder in the later rounds, which we're going to go into right now. Round 2. Watch. You'll see that all ways are my way. Yes! You're going to find that out. Because he moves. So we're going to wait a bit. And there we go. As long as any part of him is in the center, you can get credit for the shot. If you get the sound going, da-da-da, you got credit for it. And now you've got 2 more sessions of this. And thankfully, I got the timing down for that. Just shoot straight as soon as you're able to when he moves right. If you miss once, it's back to the beginning of the round for you, by the way. And I'm going to have to wait again. There we go. And now it's time for round 3, where you have... Wait for it. 2 guys to shoot past. And you got to get both of them. And they move in opposite directions, so you'll need to be very careful. Just like that. I'm making this look dreadfully easy, but if you're not used to the timing of everything, this can be a little difficult. And after 3 rounds of 3 games each, off with her head! I say, off with her head! You heard the queen, off with her head! But it was only a game of croquet. It's amazing how if you lose, she cuts your head off, but if you win, she also cuts your head off. No one beats the Queen of Hearts. Catch her. We'll get her, Your Majesty. And from here, these guys will come after you, I believe. And you'll want to be very fast. You want to make sure you're holding B the entire time. And watching where you are going, too. Because running into enemies, not fun. There are 2 instances where you can refill your health. And you'll be sorely needing them if you run into anybody on the way. And they're right there. I actually ran into him and I jumped on him automatically. That's kind of weird. I did not press A there. And, uh-oh. And we're getting close to the end of the maze now, so here we are. Boom. And now for the final part of this. You must stop the royal guards. Can you topple 52 cards? After her, I say! Man, she is really red in the face, and she looks like one of those California raisins. Yikes. So we're going to have to get into center of the room. And the enemies come out rather quickly. An interesting trick you can pull. If you press A to jump immediately after hitting one of the card guards in the head, you can get a higher jump, which can make things a little easier. And as you go through this, the card guards do get faster. And I am really paying attention to what I am doing, and I am keeping my mouth shut so I can do things. Ow. Basically, you get to keep doing this until the game lets you stop. And after you defeat enough cards, once you get to that speed and you're still alive, you beat the game. You just beat Alice in Wonderland. Inconceivable! You win! Sensing the opportunity to escape, Alice fled to the hedge maze. It is there that she happened upon the gatekeeper of Wonderland. Did you see a rabbit run past? I simply must get through. All right, you may pass. Once through the door, Alice tumbled through a magical passage. Oh my, what a wonderful dream. Alice, have you been sleeping all of this time? Oh, was I? Congratulations! Thank you for playing. You've unlocked a new play zone where in Wonderland. You've unlocked a new set of art in the art gallery. And that's it. We've got the credits. So, this game. I'm surprised that this was made into a video game, as well as one that works and keeps to the spirit of classic Disney as well as the classic Alice in Wonderland film. Which, I'm kind of surprised by this. The game looks great. The music is alright. This game is a pretty good Game Boy Color game, not gonna lie. Might as well go ahead and go with the mini review here. Graphics. Beautiful. Wonderful. Well animated, especially Alice. Alice is especially well animated. It looks really good. Digital Eclipse did very well about that. The sound and music. The music is alright. It can be a little grating when it hits a higher pitch when you are small. But it's not bad. The play control. I didn't have much of a problem with the play control. I think the only real problems, well, the only real nitpicks I had were jumping on the spiders is a pain in the butt at times. I mean, the hitboxes on the spiders can be a little hit or miss. And the hitboxes can be hit or miss if you jump into enemies in the overhead screen where, in the overhead areas where you can move Legend of Zelda style in 8 directions. Sometimes you can just run into an enemy without pressing A at all, and you'll automatically jump into them, like I did with that one card guard when I was running to the end of the maze after all of the croquet games. Other than that, no problems with the control. And you've got plenty of platforming too, which can be a little bit of a challenge for the younger gamers. I can see how it can be so. But even then, I still had a fine time with it. And finally, the replay value. Once you beat the main game, there's not going to be much to bring you back. So there's that. There is the Where in Wonderland thing, but that's only a few minutes. And you'll get bored with that fast. And Alice's Art Gallery, that is a feature that you can play around with if you have a Game Boy printer. And I want to go through the Art Gallery first. I've got the 3 backgrounds. What about the cast? Okay, I do have everything. So Alice's Art Gallery, you get to pick a background. You get to pick a character, and you can place people where you want. With the D-pad and the A button. And you can press start to print, but, well, the way I got everything set up, I'm obviously not hooked up to a Game Boy printer, and good luck getting ink and everything for that these days, because kind of hard to get it to work now. Game Boy printer was totally a novelty. At least you can get more use out of a Game Boy camera, though. And yeah, what you see here is what you get. It's like placing a bunch of stamps on a background, or, well, not really stamps, but more like stickers. Yeah, I managed to get that last teapot there in the first maze where you have to paint all the roses. As soon as you start painting the roses, you just have to go down and to the left as soon as you're able to get that last teapot. And then you can get everything and finally beat this game 100%. And the denizens of Wonderland for the creatures. And a bunch of flowers and mushrooms and a clock and other things to act as the props. And then you can just cancel out of it just like that. Finally, I might as well go ahead and play Where in Wonderland. Because I might as well show that off. There's a 1-player mode and the 2-player mode. Thankfully, you do not need a Game Link and a second Game Boy and a second copy of the game with it. You can just pass the Game Boy and the game back and forth. It's actually mentioned on the back of the game box, believe it or not. So, yeah, you can play this however, and you can just pass the controls to the other person once you do your thing. So, I'm just going to do the 1-player. And that beach is the default. If you beat the game, you'll be able to get the farm. I'm going to play with the beach because I'm more used to that one at first. And you'll never know where I'm going to hide. Stand next to a place to look inside. Did the game lock up? Oh, okay. For a minute there. Okay. So if you go to a place and there's a circle in front of it, like a circle appears at your feet, you can press A and you'll get cold or warm or hot. Cold is the worst. Hot means you're getting better. And hot means you found the rabbit. You have 99 seconds as shown on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. If you don't find the rabbit within that time, rabbit gets a point. And if you find a rabbit within that time, you'll also get a point. And it seems like I can walk on the water. Not all the way. So we're getting warmer. But even then, I'm getting a little worried here. Where else can I go? Do I have to run all the way back to the left so I can go further down? I have to admit, I'm going into this one cold. Speaking of cold, where am I supposed to go? Oh. Well, I guess that helps. Well, it looks like I'm learning this as I go. Well, it's not going to be there. Ay. Kind of weird knowing where you can and can't go. I'm learning something about this map as I play this. Maybe I could have went over there. I may have to do that. But anyway, we're now 0-1. And now, we're cold again. So let's... Okay, we can go over here. That's probably where he was hiding the whole time. And we are super cold. Can we go this way? We can. Where else is there to be? Where else is there to go? Have we been here? I feel like we've been here. I can't believe I'm playing hot! We found the rabbit this time. So, let's go ahead and see what else we can do around here. Sometimes you might find a rabbit there. You never know. All depends on what's going on. And, man, sometimes you run into an invisible wall when you don't want to. Which can be a bit annoying. And managed to find him that time. Alright. So, we're at round 3 now, after finding the rabbit 2 times in a row. Apparently you have to press start on that screen before you can go on to the next round. So, this is basically the gist of it. This is the gist of the Where in Wonderland game. It's hide and seek with the rabbit. You stand in a specific spot near things, and when you see the rings, that's when you press A, and that's when you try to find out if the rabbit's there or not. Or if he's closer to you than you think. He wouldn't be in the same place again. Nah. One moment. And I'm back after about 27 minutes because I finally got my sync fixed. So let's keep playing Where in Wonderland here. Hopefully I'll have a fine idea of where the rabbit is. Where is he? Wow, I have been cold this whole time. Where in the world is he gonna be? And I have 20 seconds left. And I am now just searching in places I've already been. That's no fun. Wonder if he's over here. There he is! And time was up. But it's now round 4. Really? That was 2 and 2. Wild. Alright. Well, we might as well start again with this. See exactly where we need to go. And find out where the rabbit is. Hopefully, with any luck, we'll find him this time. And find him in time. Let's see here. Where does this point lead? Okay, we're warm. So we're getting somewhere. We are indeed getting somewhere. So, we kind of need to stay low. And that's not gonna do it. I may have to go this way. Because this will probably take me somewhere. What about here? No, that's still cold. So it's near that path on the beach where I was earlier. I can say that much with a bit of confidence. Am I going back to some place I've been to before? I feel like I am. Ah, there it is. And Alice 3, Mr. Rabbit 2. So now that that's over with, let's go ahead and play Where in Wonderland. With the farm. You'll never know where I'm going to hide. Yes, I never know. So let's figure this out, shall we? Oh, I have to stand right there to search the barrel. That's something. Okay, that's cold too. That's cold as the water in there, probably. That's cold. I doubt the... Yeah, I doubt that the rabbit's going to be anywhere around there. That's cold too. What if I stick to the left? Really? I may have to go... Wow. Oh, hot. Hot. And there we go. So I had the right spot. I just had to go elsewhere. Okay, that's cold. Let's see where else other things are going to go. I doubt he's going to be here. And let's see here. That's cold, so it's not going to be any of these places. I have to say, where is the trigger point for that? Because I'm looking for the rings. That's cold. Man, I am just holding the B button and just searching for all I'm worth here. Warm. Perfect. Okay. So it's not going to be that direction. Hot. And there we go. Doing a little better here. So yeah, if you couldn't already figure out what you need to do, one, you need to hold B the entire time as you are going places, so that way you can scour this whole area as much as possible. Press A when you get in position to where the rings are. Press A when you see the rings, so that way you know you can search that area. And just do what you need to accordingly. Let me scratch my ear a little bit. There we go. All right, round 4. How are we? Well, it never hurts to check that area, because you never know. You never know when that will help. Okay, so it's not going to be anywhere around there. What if I search the hay? No? Well, let's get further to the left then. Because he apparently loves to be around here for some reason. Okay, that's cold. What about this? That's also cold. So it's not going to be in that direction. What about right here? Okay, that's cold. That's cold. Accidentally pressed A again there. That's cold. What if it's the carrot? No, it's not the carrot. What about this? No. I forgot where I even found this guy. I forgot where I even found the warm prompt. Okay. Warm. What if it's in there? Hot. And we're 4 for 4 now. And final round is going to be somewhere around here. So let's check that. Nothing there. Warm. Okay. It's cold. So it's going to be somewhere around here. Hot. Which means he's going to be in here. No? Maybe the tub. Really? Where do you want me to go from here, game? Definitely not to the west. Maybe it's the logs. It's the logs. And with that, we actually have a clean sweep here, 5-0. And that is Alice in Wonderland completed. That's everything that there is in the game. And that's everything 100%. Not much else for me to say at this point because I've already given the minigame minigame. Given the mini review, go out and play this game. It's great. I know Nintendo Power gave it a 6.9 out of 10. It's better than a 6.9. Like, maybe an 8. Regardless, it's a pretty hidden gem for the system, and you should try it out. With that said, this has been Let's Play Alice in Wonderland for the Game Boy Color, or more specifically Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland. Hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see y'all later!